I don't know where that report came from, but we were very happy with Sam in Philly. In terms of Cap, I just know playing against him, he was very difficult for us to play against 2 years ago out here on this field, and then we didn't play San Francisco last year, so I haven't done a ton of tape study in terms of how he's played. We're in that process right now, but the main thing for me right now is putting a staff together, and then we will evaluate everybody on the roster. Obviously, Cap is an extremely talented football player, so and you need to have a good quarterback to win. But I was also impressed in the film that I watched in terms of how Blaine played this year also. So I think statistics will bear out. You probably need 2 quarterbacks in this league with the injury rate that quarterbacks have. So I think both of those players made this an attractive situation. Rehab is being run by Ferg and our athletic training staff, and in any type of injury situations, I always defer to them. I'm not an expert when it comes to any injuries, and they'll give Trent and myself feedback in terms of where he is and how he's recovering. I talked to Cap a little bit about it. I think he's headed back to Colorado right now to continue his rehab. He seems like he's on pace in terms of what he said he is, but when it comes to anything from an injury standpoint, I'm not a doctor. I'll never weigh in. I always defer to the doctors in terms of where players are from a rehab standpoint.
But you won't be able to get him on that field possibly on April 4th. So how do you and Trent work on that assessment then if he will remain on this roster next year?
We'll work through everything. I mean, again, the rules aren't going to change, so we can try to say we'd like to get him on March 4th, but it doesn't work that way. We understand the rules of engagement that we've been handed, and you know, there's a process that we'll go through in terms of not only evaluating the quarterbacks, and I understand that position is so prominent, it is for everybody in the National Football League, but there'll be decisions made on everybody, you know, through the course of these next weeks as our staff gets put together and we get a chance to evaluate the current players on the team. We have free agency, we have the combine, we got a lot of things coming up on our plate.
Can I follow up with Trent on that? Is April 1st the date that you need to look at in regards to Colin Kaepernick? Is that a concern for you?
I don't think, Mindy, I can give you a better answer than Coach just did. You know, everything's under evaluation, as Coach mentioned, and we're going to take a hard look at this roster. The number one thing is getting a staff in here. Once we get the staff complete, then we can sit down. The guys that are on staff already are already sitting down and going through the evaluation process. That'll continue over the next couple of weeks. And then we got free agency, we got the draft to get ready for. There's a lot of things coming up in a hurry, and we got to get to work on them.